Hi there, I'm Tommy Larkin, and welcome to today's Tweak of the Week. This week, we're looking at stabilizing and opening the sacral region of our pelvis, along with increasing balance ability in our standing poses. Hey there, welcome back, and thank you, as always, for joining me. Now, in this tweak, we are looking at engaging the adductors, which are the inner thighs, along with pectineus and gracilis. Now, when we engage and make these muscle groups stronger, we actually open up the back of our sacral region in our pelvis. Now, that's the flat fused bone that is in between the two parts of the ilium, which makes up your pelvis. Right? Now, when I say open that, what we're really talking about is just creating proper amount of space so you can have better motion in the sacral region because of the way that they meet in with the pelvis. All right? So if you're always externally rotating and feeling crunched and tight in the back side of your hips, then this little exercise is going to do great wonders for you. On top of it, because of the way this action works, it reinforces the elements of the vital lines of energy in our legs, which when we bring that into our standing poses, and we'll try that today in tree pose to see how that feels, you'll see how this is the engagement that we need to have to bring stability. Now, of course, when I say stability in our standing poses, it makes the pose a little narrower in its balance point. So you may find that you are not as stable in standing on your foot, but with time and practice of this, you'll find that you become more stationary in that standing foot and leg, and your pose will become stronger, steadier, and you'll be able to gain deeper benefits from tree, warrior three, several of the other standing poses, actually a lot of places that you may not even think of being sitting down, standing up, or even upside down. All right, so today's work, you're going to need one simple prop, and that usually is very easy just to have a yoga block. But if you don't have a yoga block, that's perfectly okay. You could use a Pilates ball. You could use a soccer ball. You could use a basketball. And if I had one handy for this example, I would say you could even use a football. Those will all work. But maybe you don't have any of that and you just got the old-fashioned roller, right? You can use a roller as well. All you really need is enough to fill the space between your thighs, right? And keep the knees equidistant with the hips or relatively close to that. And it needs to be firm enough that you can squeeze it and have resistance in that. All right, so with that, let's get down to the mat. All right, so here we are. You have your prop with you, be that the block or a ball or whatever, and you're going to come down onto your back. All right, you're going to take that block, and I like to use it this width. It works well for me. If you have wider hips, this may be the width you need. That's fine. I find that this narrow width is usually not quite enough. So you're going to place that block pretty much right between about the middle of the thighs, right? And just lying on the ground with your back in a natural curve, right? You're going to then pick up the knees so that you can get the knees and the feet in line with each other, and the knees pretty much in line with the hips, and then you're just going to put the feet back down. That's just your little measurement there to make sure you keep the knees happy in this process. And then we just actually breathe, inhale and exhale, and on the next exhale you're going to squeeze that block with the legs and feel the belly contract as we hold for another 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to relax enough that the block would, or whatever you're holding, would want to fall down if it could, but it's in between your thighs, so we just leave it there. Now we're going to go 3 times, and you hold for a count of 5. So as you're ready, you get exhale, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, and then take a couple breaths. One more breath here. You may be breathing faster or a little slower than me in this moment. That's fine. And then on the next exhale, you're going to squeeze again. Here we go. Squeezing. 5, 4. Push those shoulders into the floor. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Now free the block. And although maybe in the apparent moment you don't feel anything in the back, a release or anything like that, that will come with time as you practice that movement. Now come up to standing, and let's do Vrikshasana tree pose. And we're just going to have the arms out to the side today. We're not going to worry about trying to bring them up overhead. I just want you to have a simple feeling here. So you're going to inhale, stand on the left foot, lift the right knee towards the chest, and then taking the ankle, place that right foot up as high in the inner left leg as you can. Now, if you are in a position where the foot is at the knee, I want you to be a little bit higher or just a little bit lower than the knee so that you're not pushing into it with the foot. All right? Now, the arm's just out to the side so we have a sense of balance here. And now, as you draw the navel to the spine, feel like you're squeezing the block between your legs. And then sense that you can draw the head away from the belly. Good. And then inhale, draw that right knee in the midline of the body. Release that foot. Let's do the other side just to have that try on both sides. And hopefully you're finding that stabilized your standing leg a little bit more. Now, the trick here is I used to teach press the foot into the thigh and the thigh back into the foot. And that's what you're doing. But lift the left knee. Place the left foot inside the right leg as high to the inner leg and hip as you can. And then I used to teach press the foot into the thigh and the thigh back into the foot. But if you feel that, you're going to squeeze that block between the thighs. It actually makes your standing leg stronger and more stable. Right? Now the belly should be engaging just as if you were squeezing that block when we were on the floor. Even I lose my balance once in a while as I'm demonstrating. But you hug in by hugging that block and then stretch the head away from the belly. Good. And eventually, the arms go up overhead, but we're just being here today. Great job. Now draw that left knee in, release the left foot down, release the hands, and hopefully that is a great benefit for you today to build your standing poses and to help get stability and relaxation in the back of the hips. Now, my recommendation is to do 10 to 12 times if you have the moment to do that with just a 5-count hold. It's a real good therapeutic process. If you're just adding it in your practice as part of the routine, right, you just want to add that in 3 times, and I like to do it once, do a couple moves that kind of give you the idea of it, then do it and come back, do it again, integrate it some more, and do it a 3rd time. I find the work of 3 is really the best benefit there. So there you go. I hope you gained great benefit from today's work. If you have any questions about this tweak or any previous one, let me know. Put your question in the comments of the specific tweak and I'll get back to you. Also, if you like today's tweak, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Plus, check out the website and follow us on social media for other inspiration and great ways to increase your optimal vitality. You'll find those links in the description below. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, have an amazing week and be excellent to each other.